So, Ms. O'Loughlin, can I have you introduce yourself briefly?
Sure. My name is Heather O'Loughlin. I am running for Helena City Commission.
Okay. And how long have you lived in Helena now?
I've been in Helena for about 3.5 years now.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I work for the Montana Budget and Policy Center. We are a nonprofit research organization based here in Helena, focused on budget policies and looking at how those policies impact low and moderate income families in Montana.
Okay. And have you ever run for elective office before?
I have not run before.
All right. Why did you decide to run for City Commission this year?
Well, I've been in Helena now for a few years. My husband and I moved here when my daughter was a couple months old. We really love Helena. I feel really lucky to be part of this community. And I was excited about the opportunity to serve, to give back to a community that has already given my family so much. I'm interested in looking at ways that we can help families afford good housing, looking at small business development, particularly in our downtown area, and felt like this was something I could do to help.
Very good. What do you believe are your qualifications for this position?
So I have spent my career working in public policy. I have worked on a federal level, state, and have been really diving into local policies and how they impact families. My day-to-day work is really focused on budget policy, and I feel like I can really take that experience working on budgets to the City Commission.
All right, very good. What do you see as the #1 issue facing Helena going forward over the next 4 years?
Well, I think a big thing that we should be thinking about is housing. I think that we are fortunate that we're not in a circumstance where housing is really out of reach for a lot of folks, but I think we're approaching that. And I think that there are a lot of things that the City Commission can be doing, working with local partners and finding ways that we can really improve access to affordable housing in the community.
How satisfied are you with the level of services being provided by the city right now, and do you think there's room for improvement there?
Well, I think the city has done a great job with the resources that it has. I think I'm really excited about talking with city staff and with community members about how we can efficiently use those resources to provide services. I think there's always room for improvement. I hear a lot from voters that they want to make sure that we have safe, drivable roads, access to services, safe access to our schools. So I think these are things that we should certainly be looking at, and I think that there are ways that the City Commission can help.
What do you think is currently working well in city government, and what do you think could work better?
Well, I have really appreciated the process of the neighborhood groups that can provide feedback to the City Commission. I think we can always strengthen that partnership with the voters and community members. I think that we have seen a real interest in small businesses and in utilizing the space in the downtown area. Again, I think that we could be doing more as a City Commission to help small businesses really be able to come to the downtown area. So those are certainly things that I would like to see a greater focus.
Are there any issues that you believe haven't received enough focus from city government over the last few years?
Well, I think that certainly housing, I think, is a big one. We have a number of nonprofit organizations and Housing Authority that have been doing a tremendous job in providing access to both home ownership and rental space. I think the City Commission should be taking this on as well. And I think that we should be looking at what does this community look like in 10 years as far as access to housing, and what are the concrete steps that the City Commission can be taking.
From a philosophical perspective, what do you believe the role of the Helena city government should be?
Well, what I hear time and time again from voters is the City Commission should be focused on the day-to-day needs and services that are really important to our community, making sure that our roads are kept up, that folks have access to the services that they need in their community. And I think that really is the role of the City Commission, the city government, is those day-to-day services that people utilize throughout their day.
You're running as part of a slate with 2 other candidates. What is the agenda that you and Commissioner Halliday and Mr. Collins are running on?
So we started having conversations about a year ago about shared values, shared ideas, and what that could look like. I feel like Andres Halliday, who's currently on the commission, has significant institutional knowledge and experience from his time on the City Commission, and have really had tremendous conversations with him about ways that we can work together. I'm excited that he is running again. My background has been really in budget policies, and I think I bring that to the table as far as really being able to dig into the city budget. How are we prioritizing our resources? And I think that's something that I can really bring to the table. We've had really amazing conversations with Wilmot, and I'm excited that he's decided to run for mayor. And I think that he also brings a different perspective. And so I think our unique experiences and perspectives work well together. And talking about, what do community members really hope to see in this city?
All right, very good. And my last question is, what message do you want to leave voters with as they're making their decision coming up here?
Well, I think I bring a unique perspective. I'm a mom. I run a local nonprofit. I have significant experience in finance and budget work, and I think that's an important perspective to bring to the City Commission, and would be honored to serve on the commission for Helenans.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.